All right, welcome you guys. My name's Erin, and I know some of you on here, some of you I don't. I am an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus, and one of the things that I love is making sure that when we have new people join the family, that we give them all the tools they need to be super successful from day one. And that's in regards to your product use, how you make tweaks to your eating habits, and then also for those who are interested, showing you how easy it is to get your products paid for. So we're going to kind of encompass all of that tonight. And I know we have a few new people on. So a little bit of background on me. I'm a nutritionist by trade. Plexus became a very accidental business for me. I just wanted to lose a few pounds after I had broken my back and had no idea that all these health benefits I started seeing that had nothing to do with weight were going to completely change my life. And then fast forward a couple of years, a very severe chronic disease took hold in my life. And so this turned into something where if I didn't have these products and I was trying to deal with fluoroquinolone toxicity and lupus, or I didn't have this business opportunity and I was having to go to work in a clinical setting, I'd be in really bad shape. So I'm very, very thankful to Plexus. And as you join our little family and get to know everybody online and then some in person, you will find that this is a great group of people. Super tight-knit. We're all there to help each other. You will see different leaders posting in our team page about different topics that speak to their hearts. And so it's just a really welcoming place to be, and we're really glad to have you. So I'm going to go ahead and start the screen sharing and get the PowerPoint up, and we will get started. Let's see. And if you'll do me a favor, Scott, if you have your phone, if you'll text me and let me know that the screen share is working when I get it up. All right, share screen. And let me grab that PowerPoint. Okay, so if you guys can see this getting started PowerPoint, perfect. Thank you, Scott. So when you first get started on the products, Plexus has 16 or 17 amazing products, but you don't need to use all of these things, right? We have a base where everyone starts to really get your gut healthy and in balance, because that's the beginning. That is the foundation. Whether you're looking for weight loss, more energy, help with your immune system, relief from chronic pain issues, allergies, whatever you have going on, if you don't get that gut healthy and get to the root of where it's all coming from, you're not going to see results that you want. So this is why very typically we start everybody off on what we call the triplex combo. And then some people will also go ahead right away and use Vital Biome. And then usually by month 2 and then month 3, we've got you on this Fab 5 program, and we call it Weed, Seed, Feed, and Protect. You think of your gut like a garden, and you have to weed all the bad stuff out of that garden, right? That's where your ProBio 5 and your BioCleanse come in. You're going to take those 2 products, one in the morning, one at night, and it's going to kill all the bacteria. It's going to cut through all the yeast and the candida overgrowth, and it's going to weed that gut garden. Then you have to seed it with good stuff so that good things can grow. And that's where the Vital Biome comes in. That Vital Biome, and also too, just ProBio 5 and BioCleanse, that's our probiotic and antifungal, and then BioCleanse is our magnesium supplement. The Vital Biome is amazing. It's another probiotic, completely different from the ProBio 5, and that one's going to work on seeding and setting up the foundation for the good bacteria to grow. And that's the one that's also going to help with moods and anxiety and things like that. Then you're going to feed the garden. Every day you're going to feed that garden with our Slim drink, which has the vitamins and it has the prebiotics that help increase the Akkermansia and the good bacteria in your gut. And those are things that are going to help your blood sugar levels stay balanced, are going to help you lose weight, are going to help you to fight off those cravings, have more energy. There's also natural anti-inflammatories, which are incredible for pain relief. So you're going to feed the garden with that. Then the last piece of that puzzle is protect. And that's where our super high power multivitamin X Factor Plus comes in. So weed, seed, feed, protect. That's the base right there. Then, of course, we have other products that you'll add in depending upon your personal needs. So this is a lineup of all of our products, and I won't go over all of those tonight, but I will tell you one that we really tend to overlook and that I want all of you to really take a look at purchasing this for you, and then maybe one as a gift, and or if you're a man, purchase one as a gift for one of the women in your life, is our breast check kit. Long before we had all of these incredible gut health products, Plexus was a breast health company. And our breast check kit is incredible. It is this great little, it just looks like a piece of silicone, almost like a little gel-filled pouch. And what happens is when you lay that over the breast tissue and you start to feel for those lumps, a lump that is the size of a grain of salt is going to feel like it's the size of a pebble. So it makes it easier to spot those lumps early. I love showing that one to people when we're at meetings, and we'll put some salt on a plate and people will push and feel it. And they're like, oh my gosh, that salt feels huge. Really, really incredible product. So just know that there are many different things that you can add as you go along in your journey. Some are right for some and not right for others. We have energy products. We have a whole line of pain relief products. We have a great protein shake, all kinds of stuff. So grab your catalog or go in your back office and just kind of go through all the products when you have time and check them all out and see what you think. So I joined, right? Now what? What do we do? The very first day that you join, you need to tell the whole entire world. You just never know who else in your world is struggling with whatever you're struggling with and would need these products. So I always tell people, post a picture of your welcome kit when it arrives, or, make a post and say, okay guys, I'm starting a new health journey. I've joined Plexus today. I'm so excited to see what the future brings. Because here's the thing. If you, the day that you join, make a post about it or talk to a couple of friends, if you just get 3 friends to come do it with you, number one, you've just earned either $175 or $250. That's going to more than pay for your next order. Number two, when you do something like this together with friends for accountability, it's just more fun, right? You can give each other reminders to take your products. You can do some healthy eating challenges together, getting your water in, things like that. It's just more fun to do things with friends. And Plexus is a very social company. So make a post, tell people what you're doing, and then the day your products arrive, you want to go back to your sponsor, either on the phone or in a 3-way chat, and let them set your regimen up for you while you have the products there in front of you. So when we start out with that triplex for gut health, we are now, for those of you that are wanting to lose weight, we are now creating an optimal environment for weight loss, because it's very difficult to lose weight when the gut is unbalanced. When there's an overgrowth of candida and everything's all out of whack, it makes it very hard for your body to burn fat. And so when we get that triplex into your system and we restore and we rebalance and we get your gut back in line, it's going to make it so much easier for you to lose weight if that's one of your goals. Now, you're going to want to add support products as you go along as needed, but I don't like to see people start with too many things at one time. Your first month, I think it's good to keep it to no more than 4 things. I would say triplex and vital biome, or triplex and the carb blocker, but I wouldn't go too many things beyond that. Now, it's important to remember with Plexus, as with anything in life, consistency is key, right? The products will not work if you're having them sit on a shelf somewhere and they're not going into your body. This is why it is very critical that you set up a convenience order when you first join. Now, your sponsor is going to reach back out to you at about week 3. And if you're taking your products consistently, you should only have about a week's worth left at that point. So at week 3, your sponsor is going to help you manually reorder for the following month. And so when that happens, it offsets and turns off that convenience order and sets it back to the next month, and it doesn't get shipped. However, if for some reason you would ever forget to order, you can always have that convenience order set up for the end of the month. And you know, if you would ever forget, that it's going to place that order for you. That is also for your protection, so that we know that you get any rebates and commissions that are coming to you. If you don't have a convenience order turned on and you've gone over your PV and you have commission coming back, or a friend tries some and you have commission coming, you're not going to get paid. So it's really critical to have that convenience order turned on so that it helps you stay consistent. Now, with the products also, the way the new Slim works with the XOS that helps create acromantia, if you miss even 2 days of that Slim drink, it can set your gut health back to where you were before you started. So that's why being consistent is really critical. A lot of people will set up a reminder on their phone, and they'll ask Siri to remind them every day to take their products morning and night. You can do that. You just want to be sure, like I keep the ProBio 5, I know that I'm going to have that at bedtime. It stays on my nightstand. So the first couple weeks, it can be a little tricky getting into the habit. But once, they say it takes, 28 days for something to become habit. Once it becomes habit, you're just going to know every morning, I'm going to take my products. I'm going to drink my drink whenever during the day. And every night, I'm going to take my bedtime products. Very, very consistent. It's also really important that you give the program a good 3 to 6 months. Plexus is not a fad diet. It's not a get skinny quick program. It's not some thing that's going to promise to cure everything that you have. We are a true gut health system that I can tell you I'll be on these products for the rest of my life. I never want to go back to my tummy feeling that bad and feeling so terrible as I did before I had Plexus. So you can't just buy your products and say, okay, I'm going to give it a month. I know people who did not see any changes, real visible changes for 4 or 5 weeks because their gut was so out of whack. And then now a year later, they're down 60 pounds. So very, very important that you give it a good commitment of 90 to 180 days and that you don't miss days. Now, let's talk a little bit about your eating habits, right? I'm a nutritionist, so this is something that's really important to me. And, if you have to pay a copay and go see a nutritionist, you're talking $75 to $150 out of pocket. And you can even look at my website, erinakeynutrition.com, and you can look at the fees that I charge for my nutrition programs. However, by you being a Plexus client as part of our team in my downline, you get me as a nutritionist for free. Anytime you need something, you reach out, you ask a question, I will get it answered for you. I am very passionate about helping you to not only take the products correctly, but to make little tweaks to your eating habits so that you can be a healthier person long term. I am very passionate about teaching people about the dangers of the overconsumption of sugar and processed foods. So let me just tell you that when you're on Plexus, if you continue to eat junk food every day and load up on sugar, you're not going to see the results that you want. And when it comes to the sugar, sugar feeds every cell in your body. And sugar really feeds those bad cells. And so you'll find that if you see someone who's a cancer patient, they'll put them on a low sugar diet, right? Because sugar is going to make the bad bacteria in the gut reproduce more quickly. Excess consumption of wheat will do the same thing. So you really want to be careful about how much refined starches and sugar you're consuming. The less of that you eat, the quicker you will see the product start to work. The more of that you eat, your journey is going to be much, much slower. And of course, if you're wanting weight loss, those are a couple of things you're going to have to really cut back on. So I really want to suggest to you that you make a commitment to really cut back on sugar and processed food. Try to eat real food, things that came from nature, that have been killed or grew, plants, fruits, vegetables, animals, protein. Try to stick to food with as little processing as possible. This is not about expecting you to eat perfect. This is not about expecting you to do some crazy off-the-wall change to your diet overnight. We like you to make small little changes one at a time, and a good place to start is really cutting back on the sugar. So that's a jump off point. I have several webinars that I do throughout the year also for people who are wanting to lose weight, or for people who are wanting to learn more about the correlation between processed food and diseases. And the beauty of Plexus is that these products are going to keep your body and your immune system and your gut so healthy that you will be able to have a little splurge every now and it not affect your health the way somebody who doesn't have good gut health would be affected by that. So that is something I'm very, very passionate about, and I'm always here to help. And anytime you have a question about nutrition, feel free to shoot me a message or send me an email, whatever you need to do, and I'll get that answered for you. So week 1, once you've had your products for 1 week, that's a very important time for you to check in with your sponsor. They will probably reach out to you, but if for some reason they get tied up and they don't reach out to you, reach back out to them. Talk about how you're feeling after that first week. Start making a list. If you start to notice, oh, I'm not needing a nap midday, or, oh, I didn't need that cookie mid-afternoon to keep me going, start writing down every positive thing as you're feeling it. And now you're building and crafting your story. What you may not think is a huge story, just for somebody to have enough energy to play with their kids, that's a big deal, guys. And so all these little things that you start noticing, you're not making as many trips to the bathroom, or you didn't need 5 cups of coffee to get through your day, or you didn't have to take your pain medicine for whatever chronic illness you have. Write all these things down and start crafting your story and start sharing with people. The very first time you notice that you got through the day without needing a cup of coffee, that's a great Facebook post. We are all about not selling things to people, but just sharing from the heart the good things these products are doing for us, because we want other people to feel this good. And so if you can start sharing as soon as you start feeling things, and you get 3 people to sign up and try Plexus wholesale under you, you've now hit a rank called silver. That's got a $100 bonus. Plus you have $25 and $50 bonuses every time those people sign up and get that welcome pack like you purchased. And you then may have somebody who says, I just want to try the Slim. They might buy a bag of Slim from you, and you have your first customer, and that's all going towards your PV, and you're going to get commission back on that. So that week 1 check-in is very important, because if something's not working, or you're not feeling great, or whatever's, you having trouble remembering to take your products, whatever's going on, your sponsor can help you work on that at that week 1 check-in. So that's really critical. Make a note on your calendar 1 week from the day you start your products to touch base with your sponsor. Now, at the week 2 check-in, this is where you're going to touch base with your sponsor, really start tweaking your eating habits more. Your sponsor will likely put you in a 3-way chat with me to talk about your eating habits. And then you're going to continue looking for those first, I have a typo on there, I just saw that, it says forced. Those forced 3 friends to try Plexus with you. Also, if you've started with just the triplex, if you're going for weight loss, this would be the day to go ahead and order your block and try block. If you need some help with moods and energy and things like that, and you didn't get Vital Biome in the beginning, this would be a good day to add Vital Biome. If you need edge for brain focus, week 2, once you've had the triplex under your belt for a good week, once you get done with week 2, that's a good time. You've now had 2 weeks on the triplex. We know how your body's reacting to everything. We've got you on the right amounts of everything. That's a great time to go ahead and order and add whatever support product you need. Some people won't need another support product, and you'll be good to go. Now, week 3, this is the very critical point. This is where your sponsor is going to walk you through reordering what you need for the next month. And this is where you're going to start taking some of your friends who might have gone ahead and ordered and decided to try the products, and you're going to get them to come on one of these Zoom calls, and you're going to start showing them how easy it is to get their products paid for. And so we just kind of repeat the same process over and over with everyone that we bring in. But that week 3 check-in is really, really critical, because it's important for you to get that reorder done and have your products before you run out at the end of week 4. So this is also a time where you're really going to start looking at, okay, I've got Vital Biome, I'm ready to add X Factor Plus. Really and truly, if you end up being a Plexus lifer, you're probably going to take 4 to 5 things on a daily basis. And so that's why it's nice that we can share with other people to help offset the cost of that. So week 3 check-in is probably the most important time. That first month, you're going to talk to your sponsor every single week until we've got you on a really good regimen and you're comfortable. And don't think that if you need to talk to your sponsor more often, even after that first week, please don't hesitate to reach out. We are all here for you, but we don't want to ever be bugging you too much. So that's why after that first month, we might only touch base with you a couple times a month and just see how you're doing and what you need from us. But again, please don't hesitate if you need a little more from us to let us know that, because we're always going to be here for you. Some things that I want to make sure that you know about and are plugged into: the team pages. Love having you in our team pages. You should ideally try and check that team page once a day if you can, if you have time. Some people have time to do it more often. You're going to find a mixture of motivational posts from some of our leaders, recipes, company information, product information, and then business information for those of you that would like to get your products free and maybe earn an extra $500 or $1,000 a month. Then you have people in that group who are looking to make Plexus their full-time job one day, and they want to be Emerald and make that 6-figure income. So basically, every single person who signs up needs to be in that team page. Take what you want, leave the rest behind. Something that you want to kind of plug into right away: if you log into your back office and go under tools and then training, rank up roadmap. This is going to take you step by step in, I think it's like 21 little modules that you can do. They take like 5 minutes. I think I did them all in one day. But that's going to take you through, these are the steps for you to hit that first rank of silver and get that one-time $100 bonus. And then once you hit silver, the rank up roadmap to gold is going to open up in your back office, and that'll be your next one. And you just can kind of keep going, go as fast as you want, as slow as you want, do as much or as little. That's the beauty of Plexus, right? No one's going to push you to do more than you want to do. You can take this and you can run with this and hit Emerald and be making a 6-figure income and retire from your job in a year. Or you might be happy to stay at silver for, I don't know, 6 months, a year, whatever you want to do at the pace you're comfortable with. And understand that whether you are someone who is just here for the products to get healthier and you never plan to share, or you're a person that wants to go all the way to the top, you are just as important to our Plexus family and just as important and just as much a part of the team. So never think that if you're not sharing the business, that you don't want to reach out or feel like you're bothering us. Every single person on these products is just as important to us, and we want you to feel welcome and we want you to know that. Also in the back office, there's some really great corporate training. There's your success guide, which is online. There's so much information back there to help you learn more about the company and about the products and just get everything that you need. And we are all here to help. All right, let me turn off the screen share, guys. Give me just a second. Stop screen share. Okay. So that's just kind of walking you through some of the basics, but understand that there's a few points I want to make sure that you guys are really clear on. You're not going to know everything about the products, everything about the business. I've been with Plexus 4 years, and I don't even begin to know half of everything. Don't feel that you have to be this Plexus expert to start posting and sharing. You really don't. Just be real. Just tell people how it's making you feel, what it's doing for you. And you would be surprised at the people in your life who are going to come to you and say, oh my gosh, you know what? I'm dragging. I'm having trouble with my stomach. What are you doing? I need some. You know, people are going to have to see your post. You can't wait for them to come look for you, because people aren't going to just make a post on Facebook and say, hey guys, I'm having problems with my stomach and I'm having trouble pooping, and who's got something that could help me, right? People don't talk about that stuff. So understand that when you start making those posts and people like your post, go reach out to them and say, hey, Mary, I saw you like my post. You know, tell me what's going on. You know, are you having some health issues? I'm loving Plexus. This is what it's doing for me. I would love to share this with you. And just be from the heart. We're never salesy. We try not to use canned ads unless the company has a special they're running and they give us advertisements. We try to just share personal stuff from the heart. And, you know, if you're worried about, oh, I don't want to be known as that girl or that guy, I'm telling you, Plexus is so different from these other companies. They're not going to have you pushing people and begging them to come to parties and begging them to make quotas. And I mean, it's just not. We're here to offer people real solutions that work to a variety of different health issues that they're having. So that's just a few little basic getting started things. I want to go ahead and open it up for questions now. So let me go back to, if anybody has a question, you can just unmute yourself, or if you don't know how to unmute, raise your hand. I know we have one new person on. I know Brittany's really new. Does anybody have a question that they want to ask? And if you don't think of one now, it's no problem. I know a lot of you are going to be watching this as a recording. So if you go to the team page, go back where you saw this posted, you can always type your questions under there and we'll get them answered for you. All right, guys. Well, that's all I have for you tonight. This is, again, just a real quick getting started. Don't forget that tomorrow night is the big company. And if you're watching this as a recording later than the day it was done, this won't apply to you. But, well, yes, it will, because the company's recording it. Plexus is doing their first ever live online on YouTube opportunity meeting. And it's going to be amazing. I cannot wait to see this. So be sure you guys pop onto that. It's going to give you a lot of product knowledge and a lot of information just about the company in general. So, all right, guys, y'all have a good evening. Love you guys, and I will talk to you later.